Tell me, exactly how far do you think Sally's laugh will carry?
Well, that's a good question. You know, I think that I did hear on a news report that they did trace that the problems with the Mir space station were traced directly to the frequency and the loudness of Sally Conley's laugh. In fact, when their primary and their backup oxygen went out, they could decide exactly that it was Sally Conley's laugh that caused that to happen.
It's not on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sally, I don't really know exactly what to say, but I didn't have a good answer to any of the questions they had on the sheet. I just simply cannot imagine Family and Children's without a Sally. As long as I have worked at Family and Children's, you have been there. First at New Albany and now here. And I just simply cannot imagine what it will be like not hearing you go up the steps or hearing your laugh or just saying hi to Sally. And so I wish you all the best of luck, and please don't stay a stranger.
So Barbara, tell us what you'll miss most about Sally.
Well, I will miss Sally's helpfulness. Anytime I've ever called her, and it's always been a crisis, anytime I've ever called her, she's always been willing to help with no further ado, and she's not made a big to-do over being helpful. But I also remember the first thing I remember about Sally is when she first started, she was complaining about the toilet tissue. We had to go out and buy softer toilet tissue because of Sally, and that's one of the things I will remember about her every time I go to the restroom.
Thanks, Sally.
I'm going to tell you the real reason that Sally's leaving the agency.
Oh, okay, you know?
Yes, somebody told me this the other day.
Okay.
That she's pregnant and Billy Bob's the father.
Oh my God, a plastic baby!
Sally, do you have an 8 o'clock intake tonight that I can fill? I really need somebody to see this client. It's not that funny, Sally. Sheesh.
Well, Sally, hate to see you go. At least you were one person that could do some insurance, even though you couldn't always get your paperwork in and get your diagnosis done on time. I hope you do well in your private practice. If you need any help, give us a call.
So tell us, Carol, what do you like most about Sally?
Well, to be quite honest, I think what I like most about Sally is her buns. No, I mean her bread, the ones that she has for her training class.
Hi Sally, we'll miss you. I haven't been here that long, so I don't know you that well, but I know you will be missed and wish you the best of luck. Bye.
Miss Conley, I want to know something. Who are you going to bequest the agency videotapes to? They can't just fall into anybody's hands. We must be very careful and discreet. Pass me a note if you need to. Maybe not leave it on voicemail. We got to be real careful, so let me know about it.
Maxine, tell us what you'll miss most about Sally.
Probably saying, hey Sally, your 10 o'clock appointment is here.
Hey,
We'll miss your laugh.
Spot. See Spot, right?
Hi Sally, I'm in the C room for a meeting, and boy did I get flooded with memories of when I first really began to know you as a student, and you were my instructor, and this is the room we met in 4 hours every week. I was remembering that that's now 6 years ago, and I still haven't gotten past that feeling of you're giving me my grade, you're looking over my shoulder and checking how I'm doing, and that still goes on for me. And to think of you really as my instructor, and I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss you being a support and a resource person, and I wish you well.
So Jean, tell us what you've heard about the real reason Sally's leaving the agency.
Well, this is what I've heard about the real reason. The scuttlebutt is that the agency has a policy that only one person in a family can work for the agency, and I believe that what I've heard is that there are evidently marriage plans for Sally and Billy Bob, and I think Billy Bob has the higher paying position here. So as I understand it, Sally is going to be a homemaker and just take care of things at home so Billy Bob can earn the money here and work with Vern. That's what I've been told.
So Dan, tell us what you've heard about the real reason Sally's leaving the agency.
Well, the real reason, this comes from top secret files, is that a former employee here, Billy Bob or Jimmy Bob or whatever his name was, had his ego deflated by Sally and is going to bring a lawsuit against her for a number of things. And he's coming back to life, and that's why Sally's getting out now.
Ah.
Sally, Leanne's been real pushy about this, so here I am. But everybody talks about your laugh, and I'm just sorry I didn't hear it more here at Central. And I've heard lots of funny stories about how you were in New Albany, and clearly you've been missed over there, and I'll miss you here. Bye.
That's the real reason she's leaving the agency.
Hi, Sally. This is Desiree. I know that we haven't had a whole lot of time together. I can remember just one time that we shared that I would like to kind of thank you for. It was an African-American family that I got the chance to kind of do some cold therapy with you. I got to sit in and kind of watch your solution focus, and I think the name we came up with the little girl was the teaser or something like that. So I just wanted to say thank you for that opportunity, and I wish you luck in your private practice, and good luck with everything.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, well, Sally, a couple of things. One, I think I might have a little bone to pick with you. I remember about 8 years ago, you know, back when I was at Shelter House with Ben and Eric and Angela and Kim and everybody.
God, you work with them?
Yes, I did. I worked with them. Sorry, Janie's over here on my right. She's kind of, there you go. Now you see her. And, you know, I remember that it was you that kind of got my first step in the door at Family and Children's, and I think it has a lot to do with that as to why I'm here today. So is that a positive or is that a negative? What would Michael White say about that? I have no idea. But I do want to say that I do appreciate that, because I think that relationship and the work we did at Shelter House had a lot to do with part of the reason that I'm here today. And you know, technical difficulty there. Leanne didn't check the battery before she started recording, so we had to change a little things. Little piece about the sunglasses. I don't know if Sally would remember or not, but my first day at Shelter House, when Linda first came over and I was being involved with Family and Children's through the Shelter House contract. I had just left Jefferson Hospital the night before, and in the process of physical management, got, hit in the eye with a chair and had this big black eye. So my first experience with Family and Children's was wearing sunglasses to mask this big black eye that I had. So I don't know if Sally remembers that story or not, but I did want to just kind of remind you of that, pass that on, and also just say thanks for a lot of the fun we had at Shelter House and have had here in the stories and the classes. I took a few classes with Sally at U of L, and I'm really going to miss you. I really am going to miss your presence here and just being around, and I can still hear the laugh even all the way out to Valley Station, all the way out to the Southwest office.
You ready? Hi, Sally. Just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry I won't be there tomorrow evening. It was a choice of you or a stock car race in Ohio, and I chose the stock car race. I want to wish you the best of luck, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you when you're over in New Albany.
Sally, I know you couldn't leave without Janie Burton saying goodbye to you, so let me see if I can find her. Oh, there she is. What do you want to say, Janie?
Aloha, Sally from Acapulco. Couldn't make it back, so I sent in my buddy. Hope you have a good time at your party. Bye.
Jerome, tell me what you've heard about the real reason Sally's leaving the agency.
Well, what I heard was from a very, 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 very reliable source. And when I heard it, it kind of saddened me a little bit. But what I was told from that very reliable source was that she was leaving because of the name change. She feels that it's discriminating. The new name of Family and Children's Agency, of course, is Family and Children counseling sinners, and of course she felt that you shouldn't limit yourself to counseling sinners, but you should counsel Christians too. And so because of that, she felt that she couldn't live with that. So best thing for her to do, since they were discriminating against Christians, was to leave. And that's her statement.
Sally, there's one more vacationer that wants to say goodbye. Let's see if we can find her. Straight back from merry old England. Yes, there's Kate now. Kate says, "Cheerio, Sally." Go.
I really don't know what I'm going to do without my email communicator. And I think my big sister, when I came, maybe, was supposed to advise me on the ways of family and children's agency. The inside stuff, as Carol Wall has reminded me. And I think some of it really didn't take, Sally. So I don't know. I don't know what you're going to have to get an email address and email me elsewhere. So
I've worked with you forever, and I'm not sure what it's going to be like to have a void, and it will be on the other side of the wall. There won't be times with you peeking around the corner with some witticism. Or checking out how I'm doing, talking about our kids, or any of that, and that'll be an emptiness. But on the other hand, I could use some extra space, and I'm going to bid for it. But would you please leave the televisions? I need one. In any case, it is going to be hard, but I know you're going to miss me too. I know you're a very sensitive, as well as bright woman, and in fact, so is your husband, John, and that's what I wanted to end on, because when you all met up or re-met, I know that there was all kinds of flames starting, and it was just a wonderful time for you. In fact, you didn't know this, I never told this to you, but one day I was driving down Oak, and you were in the church that you and John started going to, and I heard you. It was uncanny. I heard you say, "Lord, why did you make that John so good looking?" And the Lord said, "Sally, so that you would love him, my dear." And I couldn't believe I kept hearing this. It was like picked up on the radio or something. And then you said, "Lord, but why did you make him such a smart man? Someone that could meet with me intellectually." And he said, "Sally, so that you would love him, my dear." And then I heard you talking about how he works the crowd in any situation, whether he knows them or not. He's always meeting and greeting. You said, "God, how come you made him such a sociable person?" And he said, "Well, so that you could love him, my dear," again. I could tell God was getting a little irritated. And then the last question, it all came at, because you said, "Lord, why did you give him such a great sense of humor?" And God spoke, "Sally, so that he could love you." Thanks, Jackie, audience. But in any case, I love you and I will miss you, and I hope that you're being crammed up in that house with that great guy. It doesn't interfere with how wonderful things are for you now. So congratulations. Have a good time. Bye-bye. Custom, Sally, I want to rib you about the laugh track that occurs next door, and in honor of the fact that I sometimes contribute to it by giving you little cartoons to laugh at, this evening I'm going to present to you something to take with you rather than have me always handing them to you. So,
hi, Ira.
here it is.
Hide behind the wood. Sally, we have We have searched high and low for your replacement, and we couldn't find anyone who could measure up to your standards. But Chana has agreed to be the new director of the TNC as long as she keeps licking my hair, because it feels very good.
Hi, Sally. I thought that what might really be good as a way of a going away present for you would be to offer you just a slice, just kind of a taste of a new therapy that I'm developing, and I call it vocabulary therapy. And I thought it might be of interest to you, since you'll be mostly dealing with probably a different clientele, East End, all that sort of thing. So we're going to just show you how this works. Now, it's in its sort of experimental phase right now. We're just kind of field testing this. But, you know, it is a hot new burgeoning therapy. I'll be publishing probably later this year. And so stay tuned. Today we have a client, Sally, who has agreed to be a part of this, this study on vocabulary therapy. And I think he's out taking care of some paperwork, signing release forms, and that sort of thing. So let me check to see if he's about ready for his session. I believe he's about ready for his session. Are you ready for the session? Sure. My name is Jim Sennett, and you are.
My name's Tommy.
Tommy. Tommy.
Yeah.
Well, would you like to have a seat, Tommy?
Sure. Didn't know people were going to ask me my name that fast.
Well, it's one of those things we have to do, you know.
Okay.
Well, before we get started, and I do appreciate you being a part of this study. I assume you signed all the necessary release forms. And
when are we going to get paid?
No one gets paid here. But I, you know, as to show you my appreciation, I thought maybe we could start this session with a small esculent. 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 Esculent.
Well, I'll take a cracker. I don't know about it. And those esculents, I think they eat them over in France, don't they?
I think you mean escargot.
Oh, is this one of them? Damn.
You know, and I have to tell you, it's been my experience that gentlemen such as yourself, your willingness to come in for counseling is a little unusual. Mainly, at least from my experience, because I think that a lot of men see therapists as being very haptical. Haptical.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, boy. I ain't never heard nothing like that before. Haptical.
Well, let me ask you, what brings you to therapy today?
Well, as you know, it's the king's birthday next month. That's what I got my cape on. That's right. Of course, we start celebrating it pretty early in my family. We at least do a month celebration of it. And so when I was down there talking with my common-law wife this weekend down in Brandenburg, well, damn it, you know what she did?
No, what did she do?
She pawned all my Elvis records.
Oh.
So what the hell could I do?
So what did you do?
Well, I can't say here because I don't know about this videotaping thing. But let me tell you, there was some kind of alteration that went on.
An alteration. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Let me quickly segue here. Tommy, is it?
That's right.
Tommy. Tommy.
You like my hat there, boy?
Well, that's
What
a
do you think
hat.
about that?
That's a hat.
Yeah,
Oh,
you see that? You see that thing?
I thought that was your hair. I'm sorry.
No, you look at that. So that's one of them spotted owls I shot when I was up there in their Washington State. I tell you, them my damn EPA. Man, you see a bird you ought to be able to just kill it whenever you want to. So I thought, man, I have it stuffed. If they want to come after me, they know where I live. So I wear it proudly on my head.
Well, I mean, you're not afraid of being arrested for having killed a spotted owl?
Are you kidding? After that, I went down and got me one of them California condors. And you remember up in Tennessee when that TVA, I went down there, my brother used to work for the TVA, that stupid snail darter. Do you remember that? Oh, well, you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, man, they won't even build a dam because of some stupid fish that's about 2 inches long. Can you believe that? I tell you, what's this country coming to?
Well, I tell you what, maybe we ought to get back to what you were discussing with your common
Do you
law
like my
wife.
hat, though?
Oh, it's great, it's great.
No, I said I wear it proudly.
It's your common law wife, and let me introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Vocabulary Victor, and he's going to be helping us today with our therapy.
He looks like a frog to me.
Well, he is a frog, but he's a frog with a great vocabulary.
Well,
and we
you sure he's got a degree? He's talking about a talking frog now.
Yes, he's fully credentialed. Fully credentialed by the Commonwealth of Kentucky to practice psychotherapy.
Well, I feel better now.
Okay. Every time we interject a powerful new word, and see, that's really the basis of this therapy, is to inject into your language power words, so that you can feel more in control.
Yeah, I like that. I like to be in control.
Less violent.
Well, why would you want to be less violent?
Well, let's just proceed. We'll see how it works. So, you and your common law wife, you've had some problems.
Right.
It sounds like maybe the relationship has had an internecine quality. Internecine. Actually, I should have allowed Victor to say, internecine! Internecine! And remember, this is our first session, okay? So we're just in a sort of beginning.
You ever been frog gigging? I don't know about this guy, but you ever been down there frog giving? I tell you.
Well, I'm from Florida. They do a lot of frog gigging where I'm from.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
From Florida down
Yeah.
there, really?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, you got gators down there too.
Yeah.
Nothing like stabbing one right down there or pulling that in your Tommy gun. You know, they won't let you kill them like that. At least they say they don't down there. You know, one time I was working out there, and you know, ever seen them deer decoys they got?
Yes.
Yeah, when you're not supposed to be shooting out of season.
Yes.
I had a friend of mine, he had a 50 caliber machine gun on the back of his pickup truck. We went down through the woods, we used to get deer like that all the time. You know, sometimes they get kind of chewed up, but it's still good eating, even if you do find a 50 caliber slug in them sometimes. But
You're a real frondeur, aren't you, Tommy? Tommy. Real frondeur. No comment.
Boy, I don't know. I lost you a long time ago.
Well, how's this new therapy working? Do you think? Are you feeling anything?
I like his red mouth. It's kind of pretty. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
while we're
sure.
here.
Sure, fire away.
What's your favorite King song? Now, I mean, usually I come to the city, people talk about stuff like In the Ghetto, or maybe Burning Love, you know, all the well-known ones. But I mean, I want to know what your favorite song is.
Oh.
Yeah, don't tell me Kentucky Rain either, because that don't count.
Oh, how about Love Me Tender?
Well, I tell you.
Do you know anything about loving anyone tenderly?
Well, damn. That's a little personal, don't you think?
Well, I was thinking, especially in light of this relationship with your common law wife.
Well, I never said it was a tender relationship. She's the kind of woman that she tells you how she feels, and then usually it's with the back of her hand.
Oh, so she's violent with you as well.
Yeah.
It truly is internet. It truly is internecine.
You could say that. I don't know. She did have a procedure down at Methodist with about that internecine, I think, one time. It was an outpatient, though. You know, damn it, they couldn't even let her in the hospital.
Now,
she had a bleeding problem later on, and I did well anyway.
Now, I'm afraid, Tommy, that you're beginning to obfuscate. Obfuscate. We're getting off the track. in other words. Just a bit.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
you have to remember, this is our first session, and you're in an inchoate stage. Inchoate. Inchoate. So don't be alarmed.
Oh, okay. All right.
Everything's fine.
Mhm. I think I had a friend that had that inchoate one time.
And what happened to him?
Well, they had to cut off his leg. He got all infected. Is that anything like that thing that came over, one of them killer viruses? I heard about them eat your flesh. Damn, I'm telling you, that'd be something to get, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. You wouldn't want it to eat your, what did you call it?
What?
You said this killer virus would eat up your what?
Well, I don't know about you. I have a certain fear about that. But anyway.
I could have sworn you said eat up your fresh.
My fresh. I tell you, this is going downhill fast.
Well, I
I'm
think that
tearful thinking about it.
there's no need for ad hominems here. I mean, I feel a bit affronted here by your ad hominems. Are you questioning the validity and it sounded like you earlier that you were questioning the veracity and the credentials of my cohort here, Victor.
Man, you got a frog on your hand. You know that?
But what about that? I want to get back to this.
Anyway, they said it was court ordered, so I guess I gotta come to this.
I mean, you got your hand on the trigger. You're just a bit threatening, issuing these ad hominems.
It's a little itchy too, I'll tell you. My finger, that is.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you better straighten up and fly right.
Well, let me ask you, and what's your common law wife's name again?
Why you want to know?
Well, just to be able to refer to her by name.
How about we use her initials?
Okay.
T.I.
T.I.
That's what I call her, T.I.
T.I.
Yeah. Say, well, T.I., what the hell's going on?
Well, do you and T.I. have any problems of a sexual nature that you'd like to discuss?
Whoa, what do you mean, boy? I ain't got no problems with sex.
You have no problems with... I noticed you in the hall when you came in today that you were rubbing up against various staff members.
Well, so?
Well, Freuderism is a condition that's diagnosable, but the treatment is tough. Freuderism! Freuderism! So I was just wondering if maybe you had a sexual dysfunction of some sort.
Well, where I've come from, we don't call that dysfunction. That's just kind of introduction.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Victor?
To Victor?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like he'd make some good eating. Them legs on him, they're pretty thick, looks like to me. Well, have you ever had them frog legs? You know, people say they like them fried, but I like them just like that sushi. You know, have you ever had that sushi, you know, they say don't eat it because they got them worms in it.
You know,
damn, you know, there's worms in almost everything.
Tommy, you are a world-class mixologist.
Well, I'm glad you finally realized that.
Mixology! Mixology! Tommy's a mixologist. One who practices mixology. I concur. I think he is too. Well, I appreciate you coming in today and signing all the releases and being part of the study. I'm sure, you know, down the road, I'm not cutting you in on any kind of royalties for this. You signed your name to that effect, so.
Now, they said I'd get all the ammo I wanted for my Thompson here. You know, this is World War II Thompson, you know? You ever seen one? That's right, that's right. The water cooled, and fire it, never gets jammed like them new guns. You know, they say that M16 is a better gun, but damn it, I tell you, this does the job right.
That's right. So you need some ammo. I think you might be able to, you might be able to pick
I've
up
been
a
down, I
few
had me a
shells.
credit. I can't down at Ray's gun shop. You ever been out there, Fern Creek?
No,
down at Ray's?
no, I don't think so.
Well, damn it, they won't give me no more credit no more.
No more credit?
No.
You blew that. Is there a story to that?
Well, but you don't want to know that.
Okay.
Ray and I had a discussion about it.
Okay. So do you have a long trip back to your home today?
Well, I don't think so. Unless somebody's gonna, I don't know.
So you live fairly close?
Pretty close.
And your vehicle will make it back to?
Well, we'll see.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it. Sally, I hope you were able to get kind of a flavor of this vocabulary therapy. It's one of those deals where you can bend and shape it, as you need to. But that East End clientele is going to be very demanding and very challenging, and you're going to have to stay on your toes clinically and develop new competencies. So I hope this helps. Bye.